Hey, it's Eliza. So I have another story time video. I would have added that one into the other ones, but it was really long. So yeah. This one's about my grandma. She has passed away from Alzheimer's a while back. Yeah. So the thing about her is she died in the exact outfit for the story I'm about to tell you. I had a dream about my grandma, and she came to me. I do believe it was her spirit that came to me. There are people that will say, oh, those are familiar spirits, ghosts don't really exist, whatever. God allows a certain period of time afterwards, and it was right after she died. So before to say bye, and so I don't want to hear that. My grandma, she came to me in a dream, and she literally was wearing the same thing she died in. Her hair was put up in the same way, the shirt, everything was the exact same way. And when I talked to my mom, and I told her about this dream I had about my grandma, how she came to me, let me know she's okay, all this stuff. My mom was like, that's confirmation. Like, she died in exactly that outfit with exactly that same hairstyle, everything. So my mom was like, that's so cool, but also tripped out on that. Then she said, you know what, your sister also said that like candy was being thrown and all this stuff like right after she died, like to let her know like, hey, I'm around, there is a spiritual afterlife. And my grandma was very close to God. It's a story about my grandma. She was a very, very strong, beautiful soul. That girl was strong, dedicated. I mean, she was worked in the medical field. She was a veterinarian. She was somebody who would definitely put you back in your spot. She read the Bible like 3-4 times in a row. She was very spiritual. She was old school, but she wasn't like his stepdad, whatever, who tries to use old school as an excuse to do whatever he wants and be selfish. I mean, that's how I was like, you're full of BS, because my grandma was old school and she had morals. She's very moral, very strict, but very moral. I absolutely love my grandma. She was definitely a strong soul. You could feel her soul everywhere. She was somebody you want to be around, and I wish that my husband had a chance to be around her when she was healthy more, because she was definitely the one to light up the room, that's for sure. She was amazing. But yeah, she unfortunately got Alzheimer's, and I wish I would have been there more. I love her so much. But she came to me in a dream to let me know everything's okay. That was awesome. And then like a few days later, like these glass bottle beers moved by themselves, and my husband was kind of tripping out, and I was just like, I have to be sure, because I have good and bad spirits in my life, like you guys know, I don't know, you obviously don't know everything. I don't talk much about everything, but I'm starting to talk more about some things. I'm not gonna talk about everything though. But yeah, no, I have to be very specific. So I was like, oh, grandma, if that's you, like I sat straight up in front of my husband. He's just looking at me like, but he, he's not worried about my grandma. He knows she's a good spirit, even though he doesn't really like ghost things. He knows that my grandma is a good spirit. I sat up and I was like, grandma, that's you. I love you so much. I just want to tell you I love you before you go to heaven, whatever. And if it's not, obviously I'm not talking to you. A few little later that night, I did get a weird feeling, so I don't know if that was my grandma or not, but yeah, I mean, it was not long after she had passed though, and I know the devil likes to play around and try to mess with people, obviously, but he tried to mess with Jimmy and my mom not long after my grandma died. And my dream was confirmation to them, and it helped them big time, because the devil, I have a weird feeling. No, there's totally a spirit in here. It's okay. Whatever. It's not okay. I rebuke that. Whatever. Yeah, no, I'm not getting off track of the story. This is going to be said. So, my grandma, see, I got off track. I'm on track. The spirit came to my mom and she had like sleep paralysis. She experienced for the first time. First off, after all that spiritual shit that I dealt with, I experienced a lot of sleep paralysis for a while before that started going away, and it was definitely demonic. I have some story times with that, but it's on a different YouTube channel that I got locked out of, so I'll just say it real quick. One of those demonic dreams I had, I don't talk too much about my demonic. Okay, one of the demonic dreams that I had, I was like having sleep paralysis, and these are definitely the darker times of my life. I'll tell you that. I don't know. I was experiencing sleep paralysis, and I look over, and my husband was foaming at the mouth and like having a seizure, and I freaked out and I tried to wake him up, but I could not move. There was a demon on top of me and he was dying. And then when I finally woke up, he was perfectly fine. Like, I woke him up and I was like, what was that? It was not cool. I've experienced a lot of demonic shit. Yeah, I'll get into more of those stories later. Point is, you know, my mom is, the devil came to my mom basically, and my mom was experiencing sleep paralysis for the first time. She's like, I am so sorry. If that is what you went through, I am literally just so sorry because of the things said in the past and not understanding things. She just apologized to me immediately. And I was like, yeah, you know, and she's like, I just got up, rebuked it, and whatever. Not long afterwards, Jimmy, what was that? Anyway, not long afterwards, it's not stormy. I'm not getting distracted. So I'm not getting distracted. Okay. Not long afterwards, Jimmy he said that he saw the spirit of my grandma, or had a dream or something, and saw her, and she was evil. My grandma was a very nice lady. My grandma was a very strong believer. Like I said, she read her Bible more than most even would read their Bible. And she lived her life according to God and believed in God. And one of the things that she said when she was dying was about Jesus, even though she had Alzheimer's and couldn't remember anything. And she would lift her hands up and speak of Jesus. So no, my grandma was very close to Jesus. This was not because my grandma was gone somewhere else. This was because it's because the devil and demons wanted my family to freak out and think that she was gone or something, and she was not. If you see me kind of acting a little weird, it's just because I have feelings that something's like, just like, it's not okay, like I said, rebuke, but you know, you can't feel when the spirit's around, but you know, so that happened. And there was a lot of prayers that took place after that, because we are prayer warriors in my family, and we do not stand for that nonsense. And you know, I was praying for my grandma as well, but after I told her that dream, she came to me, let me know I am okay in my dream. She was very happy. She was wearing what she was wearing when she died. So you know, it was a very good thing for my family to have heard that at that time. And you know, everybody knows the spirit of my grandma and how she was even acting before she died. But you know, when things are going on, you're like, well, what is something else going on? No, you know, that confirmed that for them. And then my sister, you know, and you know, it was pretty cool. My sister used to have some dreams too. She said, I had a dream about angels, and I had a dream I died. And I was like, what? Why? And then my niece, this is why I'm telling you it's spiritual, because it's like too many people. It was definitely a spiritual attack on my family, but we are absolutely combating that, and with God and prayer. And you know, God is above everything and every spirit. He has authority over every spirit, and every knee will bow to him. And we are marked with the blood of Jesus Christ. So anybody who comes against us, as it says, touch not my anointed, do my anointed no harm. And let me tell you, karma is real, and what is done in the spirit, you're gonna get your share. Whoever does things like that is gonna get their share. But you know, my niece, she would like hide in her bedroom. She didn't want to come out. She kept seeing evil beings, you know. But she, you know, she's good now. She ran around, played, whatever. But yeah, so that's that. Yeah, I love you guys.